You know, there are ways to work out for free, including getting a good sweat in our outdoors, in our local parks, and on the streets in your neighborhood. And with that in mind, Sacramento made a list of the top 15 best cities for street workouts. Sharon Sullivan from Law and Love is here now to tell us what it takes to make that list and why Sac earned that ranking. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, good morning.
Well, this is kind of fun when I saw that Sacramento is in the top 15. I think we're in the number 13 spot. But let's first talk about what defines a street workout.
Well, a street workout is a combination of calisthenics, yoga, parkour, gymnastics, a little bit of CrossFit. So it kind of combines all of those things for resistance training, something different than what the normal gym has for you.
Okay, well, I'm feeling pretty good that Sacramento made that list. I mean, other than when it's super hot outside, I could see, some great places when I'm driving around that make for good workouts, and I see people working out. How many cities were you picking from, and how did you rate them?
There were 134 cities in total, and we rated them on three main categories. They were rated on access to parks and playgrounds and equipment. They were rated on the quality of those parks based on like the walk rating and also ratings that people give for the parks. And it was also climate, the number of rainy days, average number of rainy days, warm and cold days, sunny days. So it was just kind of those were the three main categories.
Okay, so lots of criteria to consider. So Sacramento's in the top 15, but I need to know who made number one. Who do we got to beat out?
You got to beat Providence, Rhode Island. They were ranked high in both the quality and the access to their parks. They did rank lower than Sacramento on their climate, but they have a lot of parks and a lot of high ratings for those that they have.
Okay, and as you mentioned, so Sacramento, we were pretty up there, 13 overall. Can you talk about Sacramento specifically and what you guys found as you were doing the rankings?
Well, Sacramento rated really high in a couple different categories. The main one was quality of the parks. Out of all of the 134 cities, Sacramento ranked number 9. So as far as the quality, and then the access was also ranked high. You ranked high in climate as far as the number of sunny days and rain. The only thing that kind of was on the end scale was related to air quality. That was also part of the climate. But you definitely have a lot of access to a variety of equipment, which is good because that makes for a good workout. And the quality of the parks were rated really high.
Yeah, when you say equipment, what kind of equipment are we talking about that people can find on the streets and use for a street workout?
Well, anything could be as far as like a lot of the parks that have equipment there, poles, benches, anything that you could do, any kind of resistance training. Some of it looks a little dangerous, so sometimes you gotta start off slow because you don't want to hurt yourself. But it's a lot of trying to do pull-ups and push-ups and a lot of resistance related to that. Not necessarily that you have weights and everything in front of you like you would at the gym, but you got to be really creative and try to figure out a good way to get a workout in some of those parks. And it's a good way to maybe use those parks to run and then actually take some time to use some of the equipment to do some of that resistance training.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea, especially now as we're going into fall. It's going to be cooling down here. Now we're very competitive, so we need to know, in California, how did Sacramento rank?
Sacramento, there were 22 cities in California that were ranked. Sacramento just fell right behind San Francisco. San Francisco ranked number 3 overall, but the other 20 cities actually ranked lower than Sacramento. So you guys were up there pretty high.
I love it, Sharon. Thank you so much. We appreciate you coming on the show. This has been a fun interview, and you can find that complete list of the best cities for street workouts at lawandlove.com.